Hi, my name is Alex Granovsky. I'm the managing member of Granovsky Sundaresh. We're a law firm that specializes in employment law. Today I'm going to talk about a question that we get a lot, which is what happens if I breach my non-compete agreement? The short, simple, and maybe surprising answer to that question is more often than not, nothing. Nothing happens if you breach your non-compete agreement. The company probably doesn't care because if you've been a professional long enough, you know that when you leave Job A doesn't really care that much about the departing employee. They just don't want their own business to be messed with. And if you want a good measure of whether or not, something will happen as a result of you going from company A to a competitor, that metric is money. If you moving causes company A to lose money, you're more likely to get sued. By the way, a contract, or non-compete in this case, might make that lawsuit more or less winnable as the case may be, but that's not what drives the lawsuit. What drives the lawsuit is money. That's why, more often than not, a person breaches a non-compete, nothing happens. But let's say something does happen. What's going to happen? The most common occurrence is the employee will receive what's called a cease and desist letter. These letters are designed specifically to scare the heck out of whoever receives them. You must immediately stop. That's what cease and desist mean. From working for company X, or else we're going to sue you and tell everybody and take all the money you've ever earned. And, makes you feel like you're going to end up in jail if you spend another minute working for Newco. Now, very often, these are just puffery, and let's look at it from the employer's perspective. All they have to do is pay somebody like me a few bucks, send the letter, and maybe you'll quit your job. Sometimes the new company is copied on these. Maybe you'll get fired. And to your former employer, there's almost no risk in sending it. Just pay some lawyers some money, make it sound real scary. That's that. And more often than not, these things end there. We get hired by a bunch of people to help received these cease and desist letters to work it out with their company. We haven't failed yet. And then third and finally, in the most extreme circumstances, some employees do get sued. In my experience, this is limited to circumstances where those employees moved money. In other words, their movement from company A to Newco caused company A to lose money. Whether or not those lawsuits are won or lost, it depends on the facts. It depends on the contracts at issue. It depends on the law. Those are tough, but those are also the exception to the vast majority of cases where there is no lawsuit, where there is not even a cease and desist letter. But if we could be of service to you in any way with respect to your non-compete or anything else employment law related, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching. Take care.